So you're thinking about moving to Farmington, Michigan. Well, in this video, we're going to give you a tour of downtown Farmington, a little bit about Farmington Hills, some of the real estate, some of the statistics, and a little bit more about what's happening in Farmington to see if it's a good city for you. Hello and welcome to the Living in Detroit channel. I'm your host, Matt Talbot. Today, we are in Farmington, Michigan. We're excited to tour downtown Farmington, a little bit about Farmington Hills, some of the real estate options, kind of show you the lay of the land of what it's like to live in Farmington Hills. So if you're thinking about moving to Michigan, or if you're thinking about moving to this area, you can have a better understanding of Farmington. So we are right downtown Farmington. It is like rush hour in the morning. We're right at the corner of Grand River and Farmington Road, which is downtown Farmington. As you can see, it's a very cute old town for a lot of different reasons. So we want to walk around town, show you a little bit about what this looks like in downtown Farmington. To give you the lay of the land, Farmington is an old city. It was actually incorporated back in the early 1800s, like 1825 or something like that. Downtown Farmington has a lot of cool real estate. It has like a lot of cool Victorian homes, has a lot of interesting old town feel. If you think about this back in the 1800s or early 1900s, I mean, this would have been really cool, right? Horse and buggy, people would have rolled up on their horse and buggy. You have all your downtown areas. That used to be the old bank, right? And obviously has changed a lot through the years. But like I talk about a lot in this channel, these downtown areas like a Farmington, a Plymouth, a Rochester, they're all over the place. You get these cool downtown areas that I think are just absolutely fantastic and a big part of Southeast Michigan. Farmington is kind of in a unique location. It is actually part of Oakland County. You're right on the 696 corridor. You're actually not far from M5 as well as 275, which goes north and south. 696 can take you east and west, so that can take you back over into the Royal Oak area. It can take you to Troy, can take you to Birmingham. Grand River can take you right to downtown Detroit if you continue to head down Grand River as well too. So very central location. It is west of the city of Detroit, a little bit northwest of the city of Detroit, and like I said, sits in Oakland County. So depending on where your work is, depending on where you're commuting to, this can be a great location. Let's go ahead and walk around. Similar to a lot of the other downtowns we talk about on this channel, like I said, you have all the different stuff that you want. We're in front of the Irish pub. There's an Italian sandwich place across the street, a couple different breweries. Obviously, you see the old Civic theater here, right downtown. So again, it gives you all those different options of walkability and stuff to do in a downtown area. Like I said, we hit it kind of early in the morning, so traffic is a little bit hectic of people going to work, and it's not quite busy down here yet because it is so early in the morning. You know, there's a lot of different stuff to do in a city like Farmington, and definitely here in downtown Farmington. One Up Arcade, you got the Beyond Juice across the street, and there's a lot of other different things happening down here as well too. They do some different get-togethers throughout the year. Up on the right, a couple blocks from here, is a cool thing that they do downtown as well too in the winter, where you can actually ice skate and all that type of stuff. But also surrounding this area is a lot of your major shopping and everything you might need. All that cool stuff in that small town feel. But again, you are here in a suburb of Detroit, really Oakland County, but not kind of bordering Wayne County here. We want to show you some of the real estate, some of the Victorian stuff. We'll hit a couple more spots down here as well too. But again, this is the general vibe of downtown Farmington. So across the street is the Farmington Pavilion. That's what I was talking about, where you can ice skate. So a few years ago, I don't remember the year, maybe like 2015-ish, I'm just guesstimating, they put a few $1 million into downtown Farmington to kind of add to it, and that was a big portion of it. So I'm looking at the annual events in downtown Farmington: Heart of Art, Ladies Night Out, Farmers Market, Art on the Grand, Lunch Beats, Rhythm in Riley Park, Founders Festival, Harvest Moon Celebration, Grand Raven Festival, Riley Park Ice Rink, that's the one I was talking about, Small Business Saturday, and Holidays and Tree Lighting downtown. So we'll show you what that looks like across the street, which is like I said, the Farmington Pavilion. Here's a little map, maybe we can get up close on that, but there's a lot of little pockets of businesses, of coffee shops, of restaurants, of shopping, bigger brands, local boutique stuff, all the stuff that your heart would desire for a downtown area. So let's check out the Pavilion across the street so you can see one of the gathering centers here in Farmington. Okay guys, like I said, this is the Pavilion. This is kind of the meeting center. In the winter, they turn this into an ice rink, which is cool. You can come skate. But again, it's surrounded by different strip malls, different shopping, all that type of stuff that you'd want. Bulldog's cheesesteaks I see, Dagwood's Deli is on there, chocolate chip bakery, anything that you would need in a day-to-day. Some people choose to live in Farmington, walking distance, walk the dog, hang out with the kids, whatever, walk downtown here as well. But then there's a lot of surrounding communities as well. So the close real estate to downtown Farmington is going to be a lot of old Victorians. There's some rental options and stuff like that as well too. And then as you spread out, Farmington Hills is the township kind of Farmington, or sister city, which surrounds Farmington as well too. So we're going to show you some flavors of real estate. We're going to show you some B-roll, the subdivision, some of the different areas, so you can kind of see the vibe and see if Farmington's for you. But this is downtown, the Pavilion, cool spot, lots of happenings here in Farmington. Okay guys, we're just a few minutes up the road, so we actually just head down Grand River a little bit west. We head down Drake Road, so that's also kind of a staple in this Farmington area here. And we're at Drake and Old Homestead. As you can see, we're in front of Independence Commons, but I want to give you an example of something that really is, for the most part, in that $400 to $550 price range. There's a couple homes a little bit less than that, a little bit more than that, but to kind of show you really that $400,000 to $500,000, call it, price point in a city like Farmington. So these homes are actually built in the 1960s and 1970s. So it's an older type subdivision. A lot of Farmington Hills has these types of subdivisions throughout, and just different areas, right? Different areas here in Michigan. But Independence Commons, cool subdivision. I like Farmington because a lot of these subdivisions are a little bit older. There's big trees. A lot of times your lots are a little bit bigger. To give you a rundown on some of the statistics on a subdivision like this, really most of the homes are from about 2,500 to 3,500 square feet. Really most of them about 2,000 to about 3,200 square feet. Like I said, built in the 60s and 70s. The average price per square foot in here is about $172 per foot. So Farmington Hills as a whole is really in that $200 a square foot. These are a little bit bigger homes than some of the other homes throughout Farmington. And so from my opinion, I think good bang for your buck in a lot of different reasons. Days on market is 17 days on this sub over the last 2 years. So when you talk about a lot of days on market locally, 20 to 30 days on market, a home like this will sell really, really fast if they're nice and updated. Some of the benefits of a subdivision like this are sometimes you're gonna get something that's move-in ready, that has been updated, and sometimes you can find something that needs a little bit of TLC. Someone that's been in the home, one or two owners over the last 50, 60 years. Sometimes that can be a really solid home to buy as well too, and then renovate it for yourself. And that's a quick rundown of Independence Commons here in Farmington. Okay, as we move on in our journey here of Farmington Hills, we're actually at the Halstead Hills subdivision. We're at really not far from 12 Mile and Halstead Road. The reason why this is such a sought out area is there's tons of different businesses down 12 Mile Road, 696 corridor, and around the general area here. So a lot of people move here because they're an engineer, they're gonna work at Bosch up the street, or they're gonna work at Bosch in Plymouth, or maybe like Panasonic's right up the way. There's a Mercedes corporate location not far from here as well too. So there's lots of businesses happening in the general Farmington Hills area in some of the surrounding communities. So that's one of the reasons why it's such a sought out area. Some of these homes are $550, some of them go up to $700 plus in this pocket of town, but there's a variety of different real estate throughout this part of Farmington Hills. So the city of Farmington is about 11,000 people. Farmington Hills is like 80,000 people plus, like 82,000 people plus. So it's a much bigger area. There's tons of different subdivisions. There's tons of different price points. There's a lot of different apartment living, condo living, which we're not even talking about today. There's a plethora of different options when it comes to the general idea of living in a Farmington Hills. As you can see, just another gorgeous subdivision here in Farmington Hills at that 12 and Halstead general area. We're really close to 13 Mile now. Halstead Estates is across the way. We're at Copper Creek. I mean, beautiful landscape, beautiful subdivision. There's a little golf course here as well. So, Farmington Hills, lots of different real estate, lots of different price points, really averaging from 300s to $1 million plus, depending on what you're looking for. There's a variety of different options for different families and folks out there, depending on what you are looking for your unique needs. So Farmington Hills, Oakland County, central location, downtown Farmington, Victorian homes, big real estate, cool subdivisions, the whole 9 yards. It could be a great fit for you and your family. If so, let us know. My name is Matt Talbot. This is the Living in Detroit channel. My brokerage is Redefined Real Estate. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. You have a fantastic day.